Okay, hi. So today I'm going to do a Q&A video because I tak tahu buat apa. So I asked you on Twitter apa nak tanya I, and I received a lot of questions and a few controversial questions that I don't think I nak jawab because I nak avoid drama. Okay, so the first question is, what is your favorite luxury brand and why? Okay, my favorite luxury brand is Louis Vuitton because it's the brand that I'm most comfortable with. I know about Louis Vuitton. I tahu dia punya history and the names of most of the names of the handbags and things that is the brand that I am most familiar with lah. I think my favorite luxury brand is definitely Louis Vuitton. I have quite a few handbags and some handbags yang my mum kasih. Macam like my mum pakai then kasih I. Macam bukan, oh this is for you, tak ada. ada dua je. The rest macam, okay ni mama punya, pinjam je. Second question is, what makes you like Mas Billy? Mas Billy kan, ya. His name is actually Muhammad Arda Billy, but I call him Mas Billy for fun. Like I don't like dengan dia, I tak panggil dia Mas Billy. I refer him as Mas Billy to my Twitter friends and my friends. Entah because I rasa macam kelakar panggil Mas Billy. Yeah, I suka Mas Billy because he's very sincere nak I. He's very patient with me and dia spoil I macam princess. Alright, banyak soalan pasal Mas Billy. Okay, how did you meet Mas Billy? Okay, so I met him in February. Basically, my friend kenalkan I dengan dia because my friend punya cousin is his friend. My friend punya cousin orang Jakarta. And Mas Billy is from Pekalongan. He's Indonesian. And yeah, he flew to KL to see me semata-mata. And yeah, I jumpa dia macam tu. And since that day, I macam like fell for him. The next question is, what is the silliest nickname that people give to you? Samprit sebenarnya nama nickname yang I give to myself. I think the silliest nickname, my cousin Hanina called me Nishi Wishy Fishy. Nishi Fishy Wishy. And that was my Instagram name for a year back in 2012, I think. So my 2012 Instagram name was Nishi Fishy Wishy, and dah silly kot tu. Okay, next question is, what skin type are you? Dry, oily or combination? I'm definitely combination. Sini and here it's very oily, especially dekat sini tau, very oily. But sini macam around my mouth area can get very dry, so combination. Okay, next question is, do you have any other siblings? I don't. I do. I have two younger brothers, Beckham and Junior. Yes, they are my cats. Okay, hacks or tips for falsies. You can tengok my video. I will link it below. Video I how to wear falsies and falsies 101 lah. But there banyak tanya pasal Mas Billy. I should make a separate video. Thumbs up if you nak I buat a separate video all about Mas Billy. And maybe I macam FaceTime with him or call him so you can ask him questions. And he can answer a few of your questions. Yeah. So like let me know down below, thumbs up if you nak, okay? Show us some of your family photo. Oh my god, my family photo semua macam outside. And I must ambil. Oh, there are a few photo here. Wait, I have to show you. This is my picture. Nampak tak? Sekejap. Yeah, this is me and my cousin. I think this is dekat Kelantan. I think I rombongan. And this is me. Nampak tak? This is me right here. Dekat zoo. At the zoo. And this is me and my cousin. But I pakai ni. This is me and my cousin. And this is my arwah nenek. Mana arwah nenek? Okay, Sharifah Sharifah Aminah Zuria, I think her full name, but people call her Mina. And I call her Gede Kurus. Gede in my macam bahasa family, Gede means nenek. I call her Gede Kurus because she's so skinny. She was so skinny. She passed away when she passed away 2 or 3 years ago, I think. Okay. Next question is, what made you makan sambal belacan? Sebab you tak suka. I don't know why I start makan sambal belacan. So I try one day kat rumah and I macam ketagih terus. Next question is, how did your parents met? Okay. I don't know. I forgot. My parents have told me this, but I forgot. Okay, my parents are actually distant cousins. Distant cousins. They're not close cousins lah. They're somehow related. Because in my family macam Arab lah. Arab ni dia macam suka kahwin in the family. And okay, my dad studied dekat UK, and my mom was working kat KL. And then macam all my aunties and all the like perempuan semua suka my dad, because my dad macam hot stuff lah back then, dengan rambut afro semua. Macam my dad popular lah. And then my mom is like this very shy, nerd, geeky perempuan yang tak keluar rumah, tak pergi disco. and then my dad macam suka my mom because she's like not like other women lah. Dia macam very macam baik, macam duduk rumah macam tu. Terus macam my dad macam suka, and then my mom macam okay. Yeah, because my family usually, the older generation usually macam kahwin arranged marriage, as in bukan paksa macam okay kenal anak I ni, kalau suka kahwin, macam tu tak. Bukan macam okay kena kahwin, tak. Yeah. So my parents one of the few orang tua dalam older generation yang kahwin bukan arranged, macam they really macam they dated, and you gelinya sumpah geli macam tu lah. Yeah. So I ikut my parents, I ikut my dad mostly. I macam very wild, and out there I am so not like my mom. My mom macam very macam reserved, but garang, yes. Rasa macam I'm a bit of both, garang and gedik. Okay. Gang ada. So Far tanya shamelessly, kenapa you suka atau tak suka kawan dengan Samprit? Okay. I have no words. I have nothing to say. Gang ada. Oh my god. Okay, another question. How did you start doing YouTube videos, and how did you gain such confidence to do so? Love you too. I've been wanting to do YouTube videos since like forever dah, but I've never had the confidence. So I'm macam agak malu ni, I don't have a really nice camera. I tak ada all those fancy things. And I became friends with her after I habis sekolah, I think. Yeah, after habis sekolah. No, I became close friends with her. I've known her since sekolah, but I became close friends with her, and now best friend habis sekolah. And then masa I became close to her, Far dah buat YouTube videos. No, I tak tahu Far buat YouTube videos. And then I dah macam, and she told me macam, oh my god, really? And then I watched a few of her videos, and she always macam, she always encouraged me to buat YouTube videos, but I macam, tak nak. Sometimes she would vlog, and I macam, alam, malu-malu, shy. I was very shy. And but Far have always macam encouraged her, and macam like advise I, do this, do that. But I macam, I refuse because I malu. And I rasa macam like, because she's always been so much supportive of what I want to do, what I want to do and everything. One day I macam, you know what, I never know about YouTube video. I recorded myself. I did the first YouTube video, my everyday makeup, I think, on my laptop. Jangan tengok, malu gila video tu. And then I buat tu, and then like a lot of you suka, especially on Twitter. I think a lot of you suka tu video I, bukan sebab it's macam you nak belajar things, sebab you nak gelak je kan, ingat tak tahu tu. Okay, so yang macam tu, rasa if you have someone who supports you and macam encourage you to pursue your dreams, then benda tu akan boost your confidence. And thankfully I have my best friend Farhana Firdaus. Mesti kembangkan tengok ni. Kalau you faham, mesti dikembangkan tengok ni. Okay, next question. What is your job? I'm still a student sebenarnya, and I rasa macam banyak gila orang yang I tak study because I'm always online. But my class tak banyak pun, and I macam like I still do it in class, but I maintain good pointer lah. Macam I tak, okay, actually I failed a few classes, but it's okay. My last, I got like all A's last semester, so online but kena study juga, okay. Okay, next question. Macam mana, it's about Mas Billy, but the second question is, bila you guys nak kahwin? InsyaAllah soon, very soon. Just pray for us. But it's very hard because we're both from like 2 different countries, and there's a lot of things to do before you nak macam tie the knot. Faham tak? Macam 2 countries, like a lot of borang to isi and stuff. So might take some time lah. I'm not gonna say when, but soon, insyaAllah soon. Oh, banyak pasal Mas Billy. 3 favorite things about Mas Billy. My 3 favorite things. Okay, I can name you a million things I like about him, cik. I rasa, like I've said, he's very ikhlas. I can see his keikhlasan, sayang I, and macam betul macam I nampak ikhlas je lah. He's very ikhlas and he's very hardworking. Like he works every single day. Macam kan people kan weekends tak kerja kan, but dia kerja weekends because he is managing family business lah. So he works 7 days a week, macam no cuti. So he's very hardworking like that. He's very understanding. Like I can talk to him about anything. I've talked about my ex and how I felt right now about my ex to him, and he's very understanding. Macam dia tak macam oh this and that, tak. Dia macam dia faham, and yeah, he's very very extremely understanding. I tak pernah jumpa orang yang understanding macam dia. Get yourself an Indonesian guy. Oh, a question about me and my favorites. Since when you guys kawan, and how did you guys met? I've known her since sekolah menengah because she went to CBN. I Bukinda. So me being the Bukinda ghetto girl, macam macam tu, macam KL girl dekat Far, and Far macam rempit girl. And so macam like we weren't friends, but we knew each other masa sekolah. But after sekolah, macam I think I added her or she added me, I forgot, but we commented on each other's pictures lah. We liked, and then we met I think 3 years ago. I forgot honestly, but 2013 or 2014, 2013 I think. I rasa lah. So we met masa tu kita pergi during puasa, I think. Yeah, during puasa kita jumpa, and since then kita macam jadi macam ni. Yeah. There's one thing about Far that you might not know. She's very dia susah nak open up to new people. So it took us quite a while to really macam open up to each other. Macam I open up to anyone and everyone, but Far, she is very selective to who she wanna be close with tau. And entah somehow macam I jual kampung ni pun dia terima I. And because of me, dia macam she's very Melayu now. Macam dulu dia macam yang so speaking now. Now dia macam melatah Melayu, maki Melayu, cakap Melayu joyah gila mampus. And I think like we influence each other in many ways. Macam she ambil a few of my traits and ambil a few of her traits, and kita macam jadi satu entity macam ni. Okay, next question. Betul ke birthday you 22nd February? Yes, my birthday is 22nd February 1994. Next question is, how old were you when you had your first love? Yang real gitu. I think my first love, okay, my first puppy love, macam like real puppy love that I really macam I got so heartbroken when we broke up. When I was 15, tu puppy love lah. Tu macam like first heartbreak basically. It's not really love, first heartbreak when I was 15. But my first real love, I think when I was 17, I met this guy. He was much older than me. He was 6 years older than me. I tak akan kasi tahu nama because nak respect privacy orang. Awal-awal kita macam tak serious, but somehow it became something very serious, and we thought about kahwin and really macam all those serious stuff. And he was already working, so dia ada stable job semua, and he back then when he was with me, he worked really hard to kumpul duit kahwin lah basically. And because I was still young when I habis sekolah, I was 18 lah kan. I dah fikir about marriage and rumah and cars and all those adult things that I didn't have the experience that most kids had masa habis sekolah. Macam keluar lepak, I grew up cepat because I nak keep up with the guy that I dated. So, and then one day I rasa macam, you know what, I've missed a lot of experience that I'm supposed to be having because I nak jadi matang. And I decided to end things with him because I rasa macam I'm still, back then I was so young, I was so naive, I was so tak matang. Macam I always do like tantrums and merajuk, and I memang tak matang. So rasa macam it's unfair for him to macam sabar dengan I and to I matang, and it's unfair for me to matangkan diri I for someone else. And I think that's one thing about age gap, is that it's not the age gap, is the matangness gap tu. Macam otak I still 18, otak dia macam dah 30 something, even though he's 26. So benda tu macam tak mix together well. So I ended things with him, and he took it rather well. I rasa lah. And now he's already married now, and I'm so happy for him. He's married, I think this year. Yeah, this year. He got married this year. See, macam rasa macam that's why the things didn't work out, because he's not my jodoh and I'm not his jodoh. So why bother? And I'm really truly happy for him because he was the nicest guy that I've ever met. He was so nice, and we ended things tak gaduh, tak market, nothing. Kita macam just parted. Kau macam tu. Okay. Next question. My face so oily, tapi tak apalah. Next question. You belajar course apa and where? Should I disclose this information? Okay, I study dekat Inti KL. I ambil course business administration. Yeah. Okay, next question. How to survive real life with anxiety? I'm scared to do almost everything. I don't think I'll survive. Anxiety feels like you are literally dying. Macam ada heart attack. I think living with anxiety is like having mini heart attacks banyak kali. I have anxiety and I ambil, sekejap, I tunjuk you this. I ambil this for my anxiety. This is the Solari Fashion Flower. You can get this at Caring Pharmacy. Anyways, yeah, I had anxiety for quite a while. So I ambil tu just to macam control my emotions. And when you have anxiety, you tend to overthink and you tend to get macam panic attack often. And I think I pernah dapat panic attack once year, really bad panic attack. And I rasa macam someone choked me and I couldn't breathe, and I was gasping for air. Macam tak siapa choke me. You rasa macam like you punya ketat gila macam nak, and you rasa macam nak pitam. It was horrible. And I rasa macam with anxiety you have to, okay, there's two ways I think. You can ambil medication, or you can do things yang buat you tenang. Macam if beribadah buat you tenang, as in you always recite the Quran, you always pray, macam sembahyang sunat, solat sunat semua, or you zikir. If those things give you peace, then do those things. Because my mom have anxiety as well, and those things buat dia tenang. Zikir and beribadah. And if you macam you exercise ke benda tu buat you tenang, then you do that. If just do things yang buat you tenang. Okay, faham tak? And you anxiety ni you have to learn how to control your control your emosi. You just have to find ways untuk control yourself. That's the thing. You cannot depend on medication selalu, because entahlah, I rasa macam it's, if you are dependent on medications, then if tak ada medication, then you macam tu. So what's the point? Unless you have severe and doctor suruh, okay, you have to take this, then you do. But jangan macam just sikit pada you kena ambil. You just macam kena find your inner peace. Find it, okay? And hold on to it. Yeah, I think that's, but if you not, this thing is unconventional, this is a vitamin. So I think this is safe to use. Okay, next question. Okay, next question, ada 3 questions. Asal mana? Okay, I was born in Alustar, Kedah, and I grew up for, I think, 1 year juga, 1 year, a few months dekat pokok sana. Then I moved to KL. Sejak bila suka makeup? Because my mom pakai makeup every day, all days, ever since I was macam a baby kot. And no, since in her 20s pun dia pakai makeup. So basically I grew up with someone yang very much into makeup and beauty stuff, and I dah biasa tengok my mom macam tu. And benda tu buat I rasa macam it's a normal thing, because I know some people like grew up with someone with mothers or sisters yang tak pakai makeup, so dia macam oh my god makeup you macam tu tau. Because benda tu normal bagi I, because I grew up dengan mak yang suka makeup. So naturally I too want to wear makeup, and I started I suka makeup since kecil kot. Macam mestilah macam gitu, your mom pakai lipstick macam nak macam tu, macam, and then you hancur lipstick your mom, you hancurkan makeup your mom, dia kena marah macam tu. I suka, but I was serious about makeup. I started pakai makeup when I was 15. I pakai lip gloss, I pakai mascara, and then after sekolah I betul-betul serious, macam I macam pakai full face makeup after habis sekolah. Okay, and then apa perasaan time buat video dan cakap seseorang tu? Okay, if you first time buat, then it felt super awkward. But once sudah lama, macam I sekarang dah banyak video dah kan, so macam jadi natural. Dia macam jadi macam cakap je. Okay, but sumpah if you baru start nak buat, sumpah macam pelik dia, macam apa aku cakap ni, macam tu tau. Oh my god, kenapa macam ni? How do you keep your skin flawless? I pakai a lot of skincare products, and I rasa I buat a separate video about skincare tips and what is my skincare routine. Nantilah I buat after this ke nanti, but I will definitely do. How do you stay positive and cheerful almost all the time? Words that keep you going ke? I'm not positive and cheerful all the time actually. I try to be cheerful and positive when I'm online, because sometimes I know that feeling when you're all alone and you tak tahu nak cakap dengan siapa, and you nak something to cheer you up. And I say if I tweet something positive or something macam lawak bodoh ke apa, and if that somehow buat orang happy, then I rasa macam berguna dalam masyarakat. I don't know, I'm not. Actually, I have days that I couldn't wake up. I have days that I couldn't even see myself in the mirror because I felt like I want to die. But those days, I tak tunjuk dekat Twitter, because when I'm having those days, I tak online. Because it's not good for me to be online kalau I'm having those days, because I might do something stupid. So I shut off my phone. I shut off my phone. I just tengok videos. I tidur. I cry ke apa. Then once I'm okay, then I go online. I tak akan sedih and go online. If I tweet sedih ke, macam tu tak sedih, betul macam ngada je. Okay, how can you look so young while you're born on 94? Like you look like 19. Give some tips please. Thank you for the compliment. I'm I'm always happy when someone kata I look young because I don't want to look old. I know how kids these days, and I back then not look older than I am because dah. But thank you tak ada tips. I macam because my face is round and I'm a bit chubby, so nampak muda kot. Tips nampak muda, be chubby. How old is Mas Billy? He is 26 this year. So 26 okay lah kot kan. Dah sejak nak kahwin dah. Okay, how to maintain a happy living relationship despite long distance. My relationship dengan Mas Billy is a long distance one, but it's not my first long distance relationship where macam from both countries lah. It's my first serious long distance relationship was in 2013 and ended in 2014. So back then, this whole LDR thing was still new to me and I wasn't used to it. I thought I could handle it, but I honestly couldn't, and things didn't end nicely between us because of a third party who fitnah and just make things worse. So basically, I think when long distance especially, you have to communicate every single thing dengan your partner because you cannot see them. I think a lot of FaceTime, because if you're on the phone or you WhatsApp macam type, the message tak boleh, the message macam dia tak clear tau. You could say something else, you could say something and the other person could understand it differently dengan apa yang you maknakan, faham tak? So communication is very important. So I think it's better if you just FaceTime so you can see the reaction, the muka and everything. It's easy to get bored in a long distance relationship. Doesn't mean that you don't love that person, but it's easy to get bored after a while. So you have to do things yang spice things up. Bukan nothing sexually, just macam macam a dinner date, FaceTime, and then online game where you can both play at the same time and watch movies together, faham tak? Those little things like that. But if after doing all those things and still tak buat you closer or macam you tak rasa that spark, it's better just to end things daripada wasting your time on someone that you tak ada feelings for. And it was my mistake, I didn't end things sooner with the guy I dated, and that led to something very very tak baik lah. So it's always good to end things cepat tau, daripada you macam drag it out macam tu. Okay, yang tu apa yang break the relationship, apa yang mengukuhkan relationship I. Macam for right now, I dengan Mas Billy dah almost 6 months. It's still early, serious. It's still macam tak lama pun dengan dia pun, 6 months. But I felt really close to him even though jauh. I felt really close to him because we never go to sleep angry. We always try to solve things, and he's very wise. I rasa if both parties, dia punya mental state dia macam dah matang and kita macam see eye to eye, things get easier because senang nak communicate tau, senang communicate. I think okay, the number one tip lah untuk LDR, communicate tau, and be understanding. Okay, ni a makeup question. What is your most recommended eyeshadow palette? Okay, I tunjuk you sini. This is my all-time favorite palette. This is the Zoeva Coco Blend. It's like this. Nampak tak? Okay, I really love this palette. I especially love this and this. I guna this dekat my crease, and then I guna ni untuk make my crease deeper. Then tengah tu I guna lah apa yang nak product that. I pernah use this, and then I use this, and I use this. Ni hujung-hujung tu I letak macam hitam ke apa ke. And then kat I buat atas ni I letak ni. This is my all-time favorite eyeshadow palette. Okay, and it's way cheaper than most palette. I think it's cheaper than the Urban Decay one, the naked palette, because naked palette mahal gila. Okay. Next question. How do you deal with people yang suka mock you? Well, cara I deal dengan them is that I don't deal with them. I've cut a few people dari hidup I, friends who are no longer my friends lah, who I no longer call them my friends. I cut them off because they like to, I think lah, I rasa macam dah lah, they like to mock me and they are very insensitive towards my feelings, and I just, every time I'm with them, I felt miserable. So it's better I just cut them off rather than I continue being friends with them and felt miserable, and it's unfair for me because I rasa miserable, and it's unfair for them because I rasa macam I'm lying to them, because every time I'm with them I rasa macam sakit hati dengan I benci diorang. Faham tak? I tak benci diorang, I don't like, I tak suka dalam keadaan macam tu. And it's unfair to them because I'm really good at pretending that haha macam tu. I'm not being fake, I'm just not telling them how I really felt, yang I rasa miserable dengan orang. So it's really just senang cerita, I just don't deal with them, I push them away, I think. Yeah, I think that's it. There's no more question dah. Yeah. Okay, bye. Oh, by the way, my lips, if you, I'm sure you akan tanya, my lips I tak tahu kalau apa, but tadi I had dinner dengan Fah dekat Bundle, and I pergi garden buat asal dah, I think I lupa, pharmacy lah. I pakai a bunch of lip products and I campur, but I think semua benda from Silky Girl, yeah. The new Silky Girl lipstick yang matte tu and yang pencil tu, but I campur buat banyak, and jadi dapat this colour. Okay, so that's the ketiak basah. Ketiak basah ke? Masih basah. Okay, so bye. So, Ros nama air aku. Okay, bye.